Bala vena toileti bakaya tulandireko. Kanshirena mapange yabo. Yari yaku nonkerabo. Bakashite kwe jacket, 3-piece. Na mapea fulu ayansapato. Bakatuminwe pizza, chicken and chips. Ikoku na fanta bakanwini po. Bakashete chicken shawama. Chile chibanzi icha vikoko. Bakochere petibon. Bakanwini po whisky. Bakafimbe timikoshi na mafumo. Anyante kumumanda ya mafunde. Bagila kote bagila banako. Banshi pena ya banyandako. Yonse ni mapachiru. Kamuamona baisa pimpula kodi kipine ishtanga ya parama. Yako salanga yako. Baisa mungu tusemaika. Yako salanga yako. Baisa mungu tusemaika. Nishina batekanya. Kwa chiteru masakala nyungo. Ngala ilinganya. Kwa chiteru wabumpwe.
Ifilayo tawafikirisha ifilayo ifwetu atendwa. You know, my hand is yeah. Anyway, here we are. Okay, here is my phone. And yes, we are ready. We try to be on time, you know. We try to be on time. The only caretaker that follows time. The only man that will follow time. If we don't caretaker, fika chinja. Takudisha kawati, no Zambian time. There is no Zambian time. There is no Zambian time. We have got only one time. So if you have kuchelwa and making excuses to say it's Zambian time, takwakaveyo. Yeah. Yes, of course. You are looking at the next president. Apanomba, Nintampa. I've started, you know, getting into the main road. I was in the bushes, you know, traversing the difficult patches. I am getting into the main road. But Kabula Nyirongo. Chilishani. Shilamba no kulanda. Mambo kulavike finso. Mambo no kulavike finso. Chilishani. Mwisabati. Chilishani vani. Tiani fie. Tumfane wino. I'll even open phone lines. Later on, I'll open phone lines so that you can call in and also give your views. You know, I'm democratic. The most democratic politician in Zambia, the most democratic politician in Zambia, the most transparent politician in Zambia, the most honest politician in Zambia. Yeah. Tahani, you are doing all this because you want to come back. I don't want to come back. Mdala. I don't want to come back. Ine apanomba. I am the biggest opposition political party leader. Tapali ni banani balumbuleni. Ewo muingalanda tibanani tapali. No one can beat me now in Zambia among the opposition. These manda politicians of yours, they can't beat me. These manda politicians of yours, they can't beat me. And most of them, they are retiring in 2026. I am the next happening thing. Get used and just come and join me. So I am not going to waste that opportunity. How can I waste an opportunity to come back and join Baka in the Ichirema? Baka Semfianta. I'm taking that position. Somebody was asking, after the burial of Edgar Lungu, then what next? What will follow after all this happens? I am going to be doing opposition. I'm going to be doing checks and balances to the UPND. I'm going to be doing checks and balances to the UPND. And not I'm a checks and balances yama dongo. I am a checks and balances yabu fi. I'm a checks and balances yafitumbi. No. I'm going to give proper checks and balances. But in the meantime, I want you to know that in the meantime, I want Hakainde Hichilema to go through. My political strategy, I want Hakainde Hichilema to go through. It doesn't matter. I know you will say, hey, but Hakainde Hichilema has failed, whatever. I don't care. Read my lips. 2026, I want Hakainde Hichilema to go through. And transparently, without fear, without shan, I'm telling you, I want Hakainde Hichilema to go through. And why I want Hakainde Hichilema to go through is, number one, me, I'm a patriot. Number one, it is progressive for our country. Hakainde Hichilema na yale, he has really come out. Nafika koparia, he has matured in leadership. He has matured in Miratarika. Hakainde Hichilema. He has matured in leadership. And then there are things that he's doing. Let him continue after 2026. After 2026, let him continue. And then the third part is that it is less expensive for the country. It is less expensive for the country. If we change government in 2026, we will not be going forward. We will be going backwards. Boss, let me first talk. I will open phone lines. But thanks for calling anyway. At least you have shown me that my line is working. So I was just telling you this, that from my political strategy point of view, I want Hakainde Hichilema to go through. And this is not to say, number one, it's not to say because I want to come back. I don't want to come back. I am staying here. Number two, it is from a patriotic point of view. On a patriotic point of view, Hakainde Hichilema has now gotten the grips of presidency. He has now learnt the ropes of presidency. When he started in 2021, Hakainde Hichilema, he was a chipante. He was all over. And you all remember, he was just like a pastor. Hey, you don't say my lectures. But now, you have seen that he's giving less of lectures, and when he's talking, he's giving directives. Because wukateka tekuyaba plamba. No. Being a president is to supervise, is to give directives, is to make things work. That is presidency. And when you see Hakainde Hichilema now, most of the times when he's talking, it is about giving directions. It is about, supervising. That is leadership. And even his demeanor, naichinja demeanor. So, I think for that, you would rather give this person, some more time. Then the third part is that Hakainde Hichilema, they have started the Tuma projects here and there. I don't want to go into that because, that is not my business. It is the UPND, to start talking about the projects and whatever. But I know from my point of view that, there are a few things that they have started, and I would want to see how they will, they will progress on that. Okay? Look at the agriculture sector, the way they produced this year. If you go back, these are the issues that I used to talk about. Agriculture sector, the health sector, the civil servants getting paid and all that. These are the things that I used to talk about. But if you see now, there is a bit of improvement. I mean, look at the agriculture sector, the way it came out. Look at, you know, the way people are getting paid. Because some of the cases even you talk about, I have, it is because they were not doing well in paying civil servants. But now muchitako stabilize ba civil servant. Haven't you stabilized in terms of the way you are getting paid? I know, I mean, you still have those are things that I'll be talking about later on. Then the third point, the fourth point is that if we change government in 2026, it will be retrogressive for our country because it will be expensive. We would have to change many office bearers, diplomats and what. That is expensive. So you are better off allowing the country to continue, you know, with whatever Hakainde Hichilema is doing and the people that he has. Believe me, changing government is expensive, and a country that changes government, you know, very often, a country that changes governments very often is not very productive. It's not very progressive, rather. It's not very progressive. If you look at countries that have really progressed, they have had leaders for some time. But I'm not saying that in some other leaders, no. But basically is that it is only right for our country that Hakainde Hichilema continues. It is only right for Hakainde Hichilema to continue. So, why I'm saying all these things is that I am responding to those of you who think that I want to come back. I want to stay here, and I will stay here, and I will be doing checks and balances from here. I am eager for 2026. I want Hakainde Hichilema to go through. When he goes through, I want to be the main opposition political party leader. And indeed, I am. Even as we speak, I am the main political party leader. And if I am the main political party leader, and I do it well, I mean, 2026, 2031, 2031, Kutiriapuma. Although, of course, I'm not so anxious. For me, I am not rushing. No, I must be present. I'm not rushing for that. I'm taking my time. I really want to mature. I really want to come and take over that office when I'm ready, when I'm mature, when I've got the abilities for so many things. I've got connections and that's what I want. So, but as it will be, after 2026, I'll be the main opposition. But you see, they say that, you know, in the same crow. You can't. So, I'm better off. I'm a little bit far, so that I can be doing those to my checks and balances. If I'm in Zambia, I'm a politics yari shupa. Abake Sanjikata. Hakainde Hichilema, leave Jack Mimbu, because Jack Mimbu will be looking to say, my goodness, Ichimwa Ichechi, Chile is a bad. Because there are others in UPND who also want to be president. So Hakainde Hichilema may not fight me, but I may be fought by other UPND presidential aspirants. They can fix me. Politics, you people. You should know politics. I'm giving it to you bare. I'm giving you my strategies bare. Why I don't want to come back? Nganintaramukirako finopuno. Ninkwatana ka UN protection. Pantkuno na kwataka UN protection. Na kwataka UN protection filafine. Tetimunsende. Nangu. Even if you come and you tranquilize me. And you put me in a box, you won't be able to go through. Even by myself, I can't go to the airport and leave. No, I need amaletas, I need clearance for me to leave. So you can't take me out. Even myself, I can't just go to the airport and say, here is my passport, I'm flying out. No, I need clearance because they want to make sure that when I'm leaving the country, I am properly leaving the country and not being coerced or being forced. Because, I mean, somebody might put a gun, you know, behind you. And, you know, you're pitana fe, a gun. Even for me to leave this country, I must get clearance. I must get clearance. I must go for interviews and they say, yeah, okay, yes, you want to go. And where you are going, you are safe. That is the situation. That is the situation. So I need that protection. I need the distance. That way I can freely offer checks and balances. But trust me, because now I'm getting closer. I'm not going to be doing, you know, the same kind of checks and balances I was doing Kumumoko. I will do mature, real whatever. Not if you have if you have So that is my strategy, man. That is my strategy. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. In terms of you, but PF, you are dead. But PF, you are dead. All of you who are talking, when. Pari PF is gone. PF is gone. You have killed PF. And one day I will tell you how you killed PF. You have killed PF. PF is nowhere. PF is nowhere and it can never come back. It can never come back. Na chipwa fe na chipwidika fe na chipwa pwe. Na chipwa. PF. PF na ipwa ala na ipwa PF. Tapari fo mwinga chita. Nangu musunga chitumbi. Nangu muchiteshani. PF is gone. Because most of you don't even know what PF is. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You have got no spirit of Sata. You have got no spirit of Sata because the only spirit that could run PF, it's a spirit of Sata. That's all. Not even the spirit of Lungu. Lungu was a brand on his own, and I used to tell you here to say, even if Lungu chooses somebody, that person that Lungu will choose will not be Edgar Lungu. Unless Lungu himself runs, then it would have happened. So imwana musungirira chitumbi, hoping that no, you get some blessing. Mwalafu nyako efishimba kuchitumbi, to become president. But in there never PF naipwa. PF naipwa. There is no way PF tapali. Banani wakenya PF imwe. Banani. Ni banani wakenya PF. Ni banani wakenya PF. Ilera tungirire mundu bire para twale tungira mundu bire ngafyali bombere but no chapa apa na ipwa muntu na ipwa na italala PF yafuira ubushiku mao sampa aile teke ichimbo cha marilo pa secretariat. The day PF died is that day. If you remember, there is a day that Mao Sampa went and put Inkuni pa secretariat. He went and put he had a funeral. Before the funeral of Edgar Lungu, PF died first, before Lungu died. And Mao Sampa was the first one to have a funeral at that secretariat. That day Mao Sampa did that. That day PF died. Bali shikano kushika PF pali ya Mao Sampa alishikire. Uashika Mao Sampa, uashika PF ni Mao Sampa. Whatever he did, whatever motive and whatever, at the end of the day, Mao Sampa killed PF and he mourned it when he had that funeral at the secretariat. Later on, you had the funeral, Yava Lungu. Nedi ashileta shani, diapwa. Njeweni, nina ni PF. Nina ni PF. Tell me, who in PF can revive PF? Who in PF? Tell me, who can revive PF? Even if you mkalwalwa, chiwa fechaba lungu chikala miruisha. Chiwa fechaba lungu chikala miruisha. I know you'll be fighting, and I know you are even fighting. You are fighting, but you're just fighting because of the way you are handling that body. That's why you are fighting. Otherwise, there is nothing that you are fighting for. PF, forget it. PF, forget it. And Mwema MPs, I mean, you are, start thinking about where you are going to contest. Start thinking about which political party and how you are going to contest. Because, where are you going to contest? Where are you going to contest? On which party? There is no more PF. And you can insult me as much as you want. You can say whatever you want. But the fact is before you. Tell me. Imwemwema MPs, tell me. You, members of parliament, tell me. Which PF are you going to stand on? Which PF? Which PF are you going to stand on? Which PF is going to campaign for you? Tonse, which Tonse? Which Tonse? Na mwamba kalokuba divided yuko. Na mwamba kalokuba divided. Bamembena baye yawoko. Banani na baye yawoko. Tapadi na Tonse, tapadi nefia Tonse apa. Tapadi. And by the way, some people are saying, hey, but we saw your vice president. We saw your vice president. He is part of Tonse. Mr. Shafwepa. Mr. Shafwepa is my vice president. Mr. Shafwepa is the vice president. And is the acting president whilst I'm out here. Mr. Shafwepa, he is the acting president whilst I'm out here. And as the acting president who is in the country, who is running the party, he is free. That is how tolerant I am. That is how democratic I am. Mr. Shafwepa, under the leadership of Mr. Shafwepa, Economic and Equity Party went to Tonse. And Mr. Shafwepa knows my position about Tonse. Even when they went to Tonse, I told him, Tapari Filikoko. Tapari Filikoko. But of course, he's the one that is there. I don't interfere. So don't get confused to say, what is going on? What is going on? I am out of the country. I'm out of jurisdiction. Somebody has to run the party within the country. And the person that is running the country is Mr. Shafwepa. So there is no way I'm going to interfere with Mr. Shafwepa. I'm not going to interfere with him. I'm not going to be following him and giving him directions. Therefore, Mbombaini, I have left him. He's running the party. And he has taken it to Tonse. I say, all the best. All the best. But to Mr. Shafwepa, together with all these others, I can tell you, Tapari Okobareva Batonse. Tapari. Tapari. But I just wanted to give that clarification that Mr. Shafwepa is the one that is running the party. I am out. I'm in exile. I'm not within the country. So, and I don't interfere. Trust me, I don't interfere. If I give you a responsibility, run with it. Run with it. If you succeed, well and good. If you fail, at least you did something. So, I am happy with how Mr. Shafwepa is running. I'm happy with how the Secretary General is mingling Navena Nakachinda and whatever. I'm happy. The Secretary General. Let them run the party. Inendi kuno. Let them run the party. I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to interfere. But they will never get a party from me. One thing is that they will never get a party from me. And we have an understanding. Let them run. Let them run. Let them go wherever they want to go. No problem. But PF, Navatonse, Tapari Okobalea. Tapari Okobalea. The next happening thing, it's me. I can assure you, the next happening thing, it's me. And even if you PND na Shiva. Even if I in the Ichirema na Shiva. So Waka in the Ichirema, we must have a good understanding, a very good understanding that I want you to go through in 2026. And I will keep on pushing for you to make sure that you go through convincingly. Convincingly. Not if you must like that. No, UPND cannot make 50% plus 1. No. UPND is going to get 64%. UPND is going to, Haka in the HLM is going to get that 64%. 64%. He is going to beat all Banani. Even a 64% in Yache Panokuche. Nibanani. Our manama zero. Haka in the HLM is likely to hammer so 70%. Because na 30% mdala, valawa mupa opposition iwadia. Vali Muzambia. Awa mdala wakui paper la valia. Awa arrange block. What kind of a president? Nishiba tukapalika page kawo. njafe muko bachita challenge nde bachita challenge badala ba Fred member wani chita disappoint na ba Fred member mwe ifo okulumbula amashina bata ba Fred member wani chita disappoint na ba mdala at your level ba mdala mwangu chita block. I don't insult on your page, I don't, but you can't block me and you claim to say no, you are democratic and whatever ba mdala imo socialist tapade uko bangaba je tapadi epo waishira ba socialist we nenda lama baba pere katwishisha osho bafunya kufialo balifunya kufialo ero bale chitalonchi baleta nabasungu shani ba Fred membe balenda but kuma elections mundala tawenda Wenda ukapewa mdala wa Fred membe bafuma pa bayapa ukumonekela mukoneka no tuma suit n'abasungu no tuma suit n'abasungu shan ukwenda end all over but my elections tawenda na ine yeisa mukamona tapale fo bakati wa Fred membe balia ama politics yali bakana balatu muntu ati awo fyali mukana awo ba Fred membe wa politics yali bakana because mdala you can't I mean for all this long with all the resources that he has and he can't pick yali bakana balia fumwe fintu fila kana that fyali kukana fyali kana politics is allergic katushinga ama politics they are immune to Fred membe tapale oko benga because he's the only one abakwenda tuma resources abenga chitakwa chana number ba Fred membe no tuma resources fyali bakana muntu andati nafi kukana ama politics na yali bakana ba mdala ba Fred membe yali bakana limbi baka anyway I won't go there I won't go there but tapale oko benga ba Fred membe those banani hawa shirana ndati no ba anointed very busy. When I become president, I'll bring Edgar Lungu's body back. Bachelor party. The government must drop the cases so that the Lungu family can come back. The government must drop the cases so that the Lungu family can come back. When you hear a person talking like that, carelessly like that, why should ni kindergarten politician? Ni kindergarten politician. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand government. He doesn't understand governance. He doesn't understand statecraft. He doesn't. And I know a number of you have been entertaining this. No. They should drop the cases. They should drop the cases. Tafiwombe fyo. Tefyo fiwomba. And Bale Tarika, they used to refuse to say no. It is not about the cases. It is not about the cases. I'm telling you. This whole situation, it is not the government that has messed up. It is the Lungu family. It is the Lungu family, particularly BaEsther. Particularly BaEsther. Fiancé fifile chitika, ni BaEsther. Ni BaEsther Lungu. Fiancé fifile chitika. And I know Mwalata Mboku Toloka, don't drag the widow and whatever. Don't drag Imwe. How can we not drag her when she's the one who has brought us here? She's the one who has brought us here. How can we not drag Esther into this? Because she's the one who has dragged us into this. No, Tasila, they cannot take out the constituency because she's still mourning. But because government took them to court. If they had not taken them to court, by now would have buried. The question is, who started all this nonsense? Who started all this nonsense? I want you to answer me. Here we are talking. I'm still talking about this and I'm not going to stop. Because some of you are saying, hey, why are you always talking about this? Why are you always talking about Ichitumbi? Hey, Ichitumbi. Yes, I told you. Even if I make a promise, I live by it. If I make a promise, I live by it. I told you, I'll be talking about this until we bury Edgar Lungu in Zambia. That's what I told you. That is a promise. And it's a promise I'm willing to take, to keep. I am keeping that promise. I'll be talking about this. As long as Edgar Lungu is there, I will not stop talking. I'll keep challenging anyone who is talking about it. It is my business. As long as Edgar Lungu is not buried in Zambia, I'll keep talking about it. And I'll keep hammering on all those who are involved in this. Ngeumva kwati chiwa chakwa lungu chingire muline. Ngeumva kwati chiwa chakwa lungu chingire muline. You know, umuntu ungafwa, the spirit is hovering around. I think chiwa chaba lungu chingire muline. I'm telling you, I think chiwa chaba lungu chingire muline. Ero na chikari pakaidi balungu tabale landa. Balungu tabale landa. He was a quiet man. He was being manipulated by a number of people. And now he's dead. Now he's dead. And his spirit, I think it has entered in me. But it has entered in me, a person who talks. So I'll be talking. Save yourselves. If you don't want to hear me talking about Edgar Lungu, save yourself. Stop following me. Otherwise, nakulala, and I will be telling you what Balungu failed to tell you. I will be telling you what Balungu failed to tell you. But BaEsther, I will tell you what Balungu failed to tell you. I will tell you that Balungu, you are manipulating him in his death. I am telling you. No, don't talk about the widow. She's grieving. No, BaEsther is not grieving. BaEsther knows what she's doing. BaEsther Lungu knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. She's the one behind all this nonsense. Hey, Bama Kebi na waisa ingiramu. Bama Kebi, I mean, now because of his stubbornness, his whatever, arrogance and ambition, ba ingiramu. Pantu na Oma Kebi, kwa tari kwa techua. Icha kufua yokulwa. Makebi Zulu likes fighting. So wachita combine BaEsther Lungu bali ni wala wa ichaira wala babika pona kali pepo babika pona kali shuka kwa lesa but no and mwintalika I know her mwintalika nafi bipa panomba nafi bipa kai you don't tamule fwa you don't want umuchinshi you don't want to understand each other apana fi bipa nomba ni gloves off. Need gloves off. Navi tapali fya kulanda shana takuli. BaEsther. Imwe BaEsther. Bushata imwe mwale tumikisha balungu. Taimu mwale tumikisha balungu to come back into politics. Taimu mwale balungu ati you are a coward. Balungu balelanda. Bushabu finde bepa. Balelanda. Ababalenje batamwe coward. Nishnave ka BaEsther bali smile ko fe ya mumbali. And na ine pala ka ili nishi na ina nyimbila. Balungu iwe ulanda kwati ni mama BaEsther. Ulanda kwati nyaba. You know, he was never calling her his name. He was always saying Aba. Ulanda kwati nyaba. Ulanda kwati nyaba. Awo nafi bipa. I don't care what you say, whatever. I just bloody don't care. I just bloody don't care. I am going to tell you what Balungu could not say. I am going to tell you. You pushed Balungu to come back into politics. You pushed Balungu. Balungu, when I went to him, the first time, I've been saying this. You can go back to my videos and whatever. The first time I went to Balungu refused. Balungu cited issues of health. He said it. But he could not say it. And he came and told me outside, when I'm about to get onto the car. That's when he told me. I'm not betraying the confidence. No. I am saying this because people must hear. People must know the truth. People must know the demon behind all this nonsense. People must know. Not people to be cheated, to be thinking that, no. People must know. People must know. Balungu used to refuse. I swear Balungu used to refuse. He used to refuse. And one of the reasons that he cited, it was his ailment. He went to South Africa. When he came back, after he went for medical review. Once no, Balungu was being denied to go to travel out. Balungu was allowed to go out and government was paying before he went into politics. He was allowed. He was going out. He went to South Africa for medicals. When he came back, he told me he's even more convinced. Out of what they told him, he said he's even more convinced not to come back. And that is when from that that night, I went out, started campaigning for Mundubile. And I used to go back and forth. I used to talk with Balungu. I can show you core records. We can draw core records so, and you can see if I'm lying. I can produce core records. I can produce text messages. I still have them here. I used to talk with Balungu 3 times in a day, sometimes 4 times in a day. 4 times in a day. Sometimes mushiku. Now we can to wine, you know. Phone. Once you used to sit with Banan Kantapani, you know, because many times he would even say, oh, I'm sitting here with Nagachinda. I'm sitting here with Given Lubinda. Once, if I'm lying to you, if I'm lying, I'm challenging them. The point I'm trying to drive at is that, you know, this man was really pushed to the edge when he was alive. He was really pushed to the edge. He was being used. It was not so much about himself. It is about these people, including BaEsther. And I do understand BaEsther because she was upset because of the cases that had started. But it was not Balungu's intention to come back. I started for Mundubile. And most of the times I would go to Balungu. And he was just giving me encouragement. Continue. I hope Mundubile taka kulekeresh. That's what he was saying. I hope Mundubile taka kulekeresh. All of a sudden, that was finished one day. Now I'm Banjita so I go there. Nasa what Milan that what Palefo Chilega. And the was we're not Mundubile. Muletontonkanya Poshani, blah 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 blah. That is how the issue of Mundubile was changed. That is how the story of Mundubile went down. From there, I told Mundubile. If Mundubile is courageous, ask him to say, didn't he come and tell you? To say, Anyway, I don't want to drag so much Mundubile in this. I don't want. Mundubile is also not a fighter. He's also somebody that doesn't want to do a confrontation. So I will not drag him into this. I will not drag him into this. But the point is that Fiaisha Chinja next Mdala kwa no Nintwankani no Abenana Kachindoko Shani whatever Namona Tasha Pishaba Mdala Chishani Mdala Twaikala Pakona Twaikele Kukona kula side kula kujim Twaikala so Chishani Mdala Njeweni Muna Tumwala twala ingira mofi na nibe pushe balungwine doma twala ingira mo ngamafu twala fuaya. There was no money. You people keep lying, keep saying no. Let Kalungwa money, whatever. Inenda mention nshashimwene. I never saw that money. Kuliva Lungu, yes, here and there I was given money, but I mean, nothing more than 5p. Nothing more than 5p. 5p kwacha. Not dollars. I never saw that money. And when we sat in the corner, when I said, okay, Vamdala paso chilishani, murefi fuae finjingiremo, ntampo kampe na imu. He said, ingira mofi. But I asked him, what about Rupia chilishani, mlemona shani? Atao to à la fois. To à la fois le pied. Because nani mwana tapari le pied to à la fois. Efo yaji. Baisa na kukorea kule nishi baishe Korea. Actually baishe ndio finish wafumile kukorea. Baile kukorea. There were no issues, and the government provided for that trip. So some of these things, no, the government, no. Hakainde Hichilema was okay with BaEsther Lungu. He was okay with BaEsther Lungu. He was okay with BaEsther Lungu. Aba Israeli to wafe nyababe na abantu aba. Nyababe na abantu aba Israeli to wafya. Ukufuma ponomba na ingira nomba alewerera po mdala ne mila ndushata shani shambo kwisa nomba tap ndala tap mpitiro kubaikata mpitiro kubafyanta kwati ni shonkono no mpitiro kubaikata. And I didn't get the support from Lungu because really he didn't have the resources. He used to pay Gama lawyers, including BaEsther Zulu. He used to tell them, you should be helping Tayari. I know Tayari is a confused guy, but he is my confused guy. That's what he used to tell them. Ask BaEsther Zulu and the other lawyers, ask them if he didn't tell them that. So even when you are talking about to say, no, BaEsther Zulu used to come and help you. BaEsther Zulu didn't come to help me because I am Chulufa Tayari, because BaEsther Zulu has got a good heart. No. He came because Edgar Lungu told them. Edgar Lungu told them. And they would come kungandanga kulika fuafua. Because I used to bring it on social media. By the time Vale Isa abena BaEsther Zulu, ni ishwa media na wafika. And they knew Ngawafika, they will be landing my cameras. They knew. So I was setting up a stage because I wanted you people to see what is going on. And by the time they are coming, the media will be there. And BaEsther Zulu will start shining, harassing the police officer, blah, 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 blah. You went to that. No, BaEsther Zulu helped you. No. Those cases I was having them because of the Alebodelapo agenda. That's why the UPND were coming after me. And Edgar Lungu told BaEsther Zulu to say, you should be going there. So they were not coming for me to really help me. That no, you are ungrateful. No, I didn't. When I was fighting for Munduvira and whatever, I was not having those issues. It is when I went back, that's when I was having issues. And yes, even when Munduvira came in, I think I had 2 cases. And Munduvira was helping. When I went to Alebodelapo agenda, then these police officers started coming. And I was making sure that the media are there. That's when BaEsther Zulu was coming in. And when BaEsther Zulu came in, after pirikiti, immediately naingira or whatever, BaEsther Zulu was never there. BaEsther Zulu only went with me to force headquarters once when I rode in his vehicle. Once. But these other times, the people that used to be with me, kuna polisi, it's Benjamin Mwelwa. If there is a lawyer that I should be saying thank you, it's Benjamin Mwelwa. Benjamin Mwelwa used to be with me so many times. Muma court fighting kirikiti with me. Benjamin Mwelwa. Not with BaEsther Zulu. BaEsther Zulu was coming because he knew. It is like the way I'm talking right now. I mean, if Bagapogola come, I mean, people know that, media. The media knows, and they were coming. Remember, Nicola, IP was even arrested at my house. So, it is you who are being fooled. Me, I'm not a fool. Me, I know when people are really giving me help. And I know how to appreciate. I'm not going to appreciate people, stars who are showing off, and you want me to appreciate. What am I going to appreciate? They got their pay. They got their pay. You know him. Some of you know Makebi Zulu because of some of those times when he was coming to fight for me. That's how you know Makebi Zulu. So he had his pay. He got his marketing. No, you don't appreciate. You don't appreciate. Do you know Benjamin Mwelo? Do you know Benjamin Mwelo? Because Benjamin Mwelo was not an actor. He's not an actor. But he was more times at my house. He was more times in the police cells fighting for me to get him a bond. More times. Benjamin Mwelo had more times being in court with me. And I was not paying. I was not paying. We were hoping that maybe Lungu Indala Mashala Moneka, then I can pay him something. It was not happening. It was not happening. It was not happening. Benjamin Mwelo is there. He's alive. You can ask him. You can ask him. So, no, there was money, whatever. Makebi helped you. I'm telling you, Makebi Zulu. Yes, I use this firm. I don't want to talk about other lawyers. Of course, you can say he's the main man of Makebi Zulu and associate. Of course, later on, his lawyers would come in and whatever. But really, the bottom line is that, because even, for example, Makebi Zulu come and when the cases start going, kuma police, kuma court and whatever, other lawyers would come in, especially Jonas Zimba. Jonas Zimba, I really appreciate him also. I really appreciate him. But somehow, you could see that they are getting instructions to withdraw. I could see that. I could see that. And who was instructing them? Who was instructing them? Because it was not by themselves that they started giving it. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. So, really, from my point of view, I've got people that I appreciate. I'm not an ingrate. No, I do appreciate people. I do appreciate people. But Makebi Zulu is not one of those people that I'm going to say, no, thank you very much, thank you very much. No, Makebi Zulu got his pay. He got his pay, he got his publicity. I set a stage for him and he came and got the publicity. He got his pay. I am more concerned about those lawyers that came and they never got anything. Those lawyers that never showed themselves on camera. I'm very grateful to them. I'm very grateful of Mtembonchito. I keep talking about Mtembonchito. I keep talking about Mtembonchito. Mtembonchito worked, but Mtembonchito is not an actor. He's not an actor. They came and searched my house and what. We spent the whole day with Mtembonchito. The whole day. But Mtembonchito is not an actor. He didn't call the media to say, come here, come here. If it was Makebi Zulu, we would have called the media. One day, Bakapokola went in my house and they were searching. For a long time, I was with Mtembonchito. I was with Mtembonchito. And Mtembonchito knew we are going Kunganda Mkusecha and whatever. He didn't call lawyers. He didn't call the journalists. He didn't. He didn't. We went bang and that was Secha Shan. If it was Makebi Zulu, we would have called the journalist. So, but you don't know about Mtembonchito. I just have to tell you, Makebi used to set a stage. Mostly it was me who was setting a stage. Because by the time the police are coming, I would have known, I would have seen them Pama cameras. I would have seen them Pama cameras, I would go live, I would call the media. And by the time Makebi Zulu is coming, the stage is already set. But I'm giving you an example of Mtembonchito. I was inside. He knew the police are going to search my house. He never called the media. He never called the media. He called one guy. But he called this guy privately. Privately. News Diggers. He called the guy from News Diggers. Privately to just come and, be there. And the following day, it was not even covered to say, no, the guy who went there didn't go there as a journalist. He only went there just to ensure that, there's somebody thereby. Makebi Zulu, all the time he came, he was trying to set a stage. Makebi Zulu is a politician, and he uses his law to set up himself. Mutembo Nchito, a very senior lawyer, state counsel, former DPP. You never saw him on cameras. But he did the hell of a good job. One day, Mutembo Nchito stayed the whole day, Ndima cells, he stayed the whole day camping at force headquarters, at the IG police, at the office of the IG. Fighting for me, the entire former DPP. A state council, he sat per office yawa IG. He was there. I'm not going until I see someone. I need to get that guy out. Mutembo Nchito doing that. Makepi Zulu never did that to me. Never did that for me. So what are you telling me, you bloody hells? What are you telling me? No, you don't appreciate, you are fools. Allah, you don't appreciate. What am I going to appreciate? A guy who came to make publicity, to show himself to the public, is the guy I'm going to appreciate. Allah, and he didn't even come, not even for himself. He came because Lungu pleaded that, please, mule yako. That's why he came. He never came for me. Not even one day to court. Never. Not even one day. No, you don't appreciate. Makepi Zulu got his price. He got publicity out of me. He benefited out of my fortune more than me. Out of my misfortune more than me. Like a person who is selling in Bokoshi. Yeah? A person who is selling in Bokoshi. He makes money. He sells exorbitantly. I gave Makepi Zulu publicity. So stop talking about Makepi Zulu helped Makepi Zulu to hell. Allah. Makepi Zulu is a problem. It's a problem. Now they have combined now BaEsther. Now, you know, pictures. Yeah? You see the pictures? You see the pictures when they're coming out. You see how BaEsther is looking and whatever. Those people are schemers. Those two. Batasira whatever donsa fie. Whatever donsa batasira. Tasira whatever donsa. And Tasira, even as I'm saying this, if Tasira is watching, she's agreeing with me. Tasira doesn't have a spine. Because she's a stepmother, BaEsther and stepmother. And technically, or not technically and legally, BaEsther ever next of kin. So she's the queen in all this. She's the queen. If I'm lying, if it is not about BaEsther, tell me, who is the next of kin? Because these things I was not talking about it. I was pulling back. But now, especially with some of these people that are even going Kuma funders. They have gone Kuma funders. Ama funders now cost now kakenda la manomba. They want me to starve. They want me to suffer. They want me to suffer. I have not received any money from the people that committed that they will be helping me. The people that pay for this apartment, they have not sent any money and they have gone quiet. Because of you, BaEsther, na Makepi Zulu wenu. And you think I'm going to starve? I'm not going to starve. Haka inde ichirema, you must start. You have salary over Iramdara. I know you have got a salary. Haka inde ichirema. That salary which you don't get, please start sending it to me. I'm not coming back to Zambia, but karaka salary mdaro folakadia. Kuti kansunga kaya. I mean, you don't need that salary. So let me start getting paid already. Let me start getting paid. Karaka salary mdara haka inde ichirema. Kuna na ibinda samuntu andi. Na ibinda sa. BaEsther na wapo samo nankane. Na wapo samo katushinga nchinshi uko. Because it was not Lungu that was sponsoring me. There were other people. But since all these things started, they have been going, whatever. They have cut the funding. Be happy. So kaidi, you want to treat me. Na anyway, I will treat you number. We will go. Niko repiteni nembwa. Muleshini nkisha. Mulewa atindele kapofi. I'm not going to get stranded. I'm not going to get stranded, but ndami chitefironda. Ndami chitefironda. Kaipana nare ibwera muno kuibwera muno, you know, sponsor kutatashani, sponsor kutatashani. Number sponsor next with drama muleshininkisha. Muleshininkisha. Tamwa tamano. You thought you are shooting yourself in the foot. You are shooting yourself in the foot. You would have left the sponsor spending the money. Nganare ibwera but ngwaranda pa. No mama wura sponsor mwaptula. Mwaptula mwamura tawe. No. Stop whatever. It is not Lungu, no. But yes, the people that were helping me, they are connected to Lungu. BaEsther na Makebi Zulu wabona bayanta pandam. Ero namba imu mrefa timbaleke. Muleshininkisha. Muleshininkisha. Shamireke. So all this nonsense, it is between the two. It is between Makebi Zulu and BaEsther Lungu. Don't be cheated that no, tapadi, na bishufo vale chita. Ero bamaeva Esther, vali changera like nieve. Vali changera, she's shrewd. Hey, she's very shrewd, that woman. Don't be cheated. She's very shrewd. She's very shrewd. And naisheve shibira, pali $400,000. Like I'm telling you. There was no money kuri Lungu. Takudi ati yon walipo kwenda na mashinga. Takudi. There was no money. That is why at one point I even gave up. Ukufiachira because ama lawyers Benjamin Mwerwa got tired. Na yena Benjamin Mwerwa kai ilikuwa diwa PF vamo abale ba major sponsor. Benjamin Mwerwa alikwete I got a major client. This major client, ambo kumweva tiyo. Stop representing that. Ever Benjamin Mwero actually withdraw. Alena Makebi konishi bali insha kalipa mabwe. Na sherefe na Benjamin. Ever Benjamin actually withdraw. You remember there was a time when I stood in court without a lawyer. I stood in court without a lawyer. Mpitiro na Omecha Street na onaka nako nyenka nshikirikiti na chitashani hapo. Efwa ishire ntola ntwa nkanoyo. Joseph Chirwa. Efwa ishire ntola Joseph Chirwa. Joseph Chirwa ishire ntola kwa tinipachishala. I had no lawyers, I had no money, and Joseph Chirwa said, I will represent you. Don't worry, Mr. President. Don't worry. I will represent you. I remember him very well. Come to my office. Nini shaponi na iminine mukoti so. No lawyer. When Joe Chirwa heard that, he met me outside and he told me, come to the office. I can help you. Joe Chirwa. Ewa mufiroku la tashaba. Not Makebi Zulu. Ewa mufiroku la tashaba. I went to his office with my wife. My wife didn't believe it. I told my wife, there is this lawyer. He says he's willing to help me. He's going to represent me without money. My wife said, are you sure? I said, yeah. He said, no, I must go and see him and thank him. My wife came to Joseph Chirwa's law firm to thank Joseph Chirwa for taking up my cases without pay. So these are the people that I am indebted to. These are the people I'm indebted to. Not a guy, not an actor. Not an actor, an Hollywood actor who was coming to my house to act so that he can gain some political mileage. I should appreciate. I don't do that shit. I don't do that. Joseph Ciro, that's how Joseph started representing me. Now you have been sharing that article. That article, no, I'm ready to defend the Lungu family at all cost and whatever. And you were showing those videos, Pang and Danish Wakapokola went to cut the gate and whatever. You don't even know what you're doing. You were just showing that really I was dedicated to Lungu. And I was dedicated to BaEsther Lungu. Whenever BaEsther Lungu called me, I went. Whenever BaEsther Lungu called me, I went. It doesn't matter where I went. And I was called that day. Ukuba tulakapokola veshile 04 Panganda. And early in the morning, I went there. I just came out of bed in Shasambena Kumenso. I drove there. And I was there. Mpaka Katushinda Tekma 00. That day the police came. I was dedicated and I said, and I fought. I did a lot that day. I did a lot. But after everything, Baka Pokola wanted to arrest me. Na Shakafuswa. Because of what we did. Shakafuswa, I mean, he was, he organized. He was a good organizer. Let me just say that. He was organized. He was a good organizer. On the other side, I was putting it Chimwela. So the two of us were identified. That is how they came Kunganda foot. And that day, that is why you see Makebi Zulu saying, you want to pick him. Hey, you want to pick him. Hey, you want to pick him. It is that time. We went to Lankane to force headquarters. They didn't arrest me anyway. But later on, Baka Pokola, they called me. I'm giving you now the case, this big case. What is BaEsther Lungu scared of? Baka Pokola, they called me. And one police officer, you know those police officers, Perforce headquarters, I really appreciate them. I mean, they were doing all sorts of things, but really, we had a good relationship. Because most of the times, when they arrest me, we would engage. And they called me. When they called me, they ran me through to make me understand why the police went to Edgar Lungu's house in the manner that they did. Why did the police? Because we are now we take everything to say, no, we take everything like, no, it's politics. No, these people, the police officers were unfair. Let me tell you, that time when the police were cutting the gate, yes, I was there and I was shouting, dictator, how can they name a dictator? Hey, Edgar Lungu, immunity. I was shouting, I was there. The next time I was called force headquarters, okay? When they didn't arrest me, they arrested Shakafuswa, but they released him. But here is the issue. The police ran me through about that issue. Of course, I heard the stories, BaEsther. I heard the story, BaEsther, when I was Kunganda. They gave me their side of story. But Baka Pokola, they called me and they gave me their side of story. They gave me an account. They gave me an account of how the police ended up at Edgar Lungu's house wanting to cut the gate. How did they do that? It was because of BaEsther. For them to do what they were doing, it was not about Edgar Lungu. It was about BaEsther Lungu. It was about BaEsther Lungu. All that thing that you saw, it was not about Edgar Lungu. It was about BaEsther Lungu. I'm telling you, I can challenge anyone on this one. It is nothing but the truth. Those police officers who were cutting the gate, they were not cutting the gate because of Edgar Lungu. They were cutting the gate because of BaEsther Lungu. And what happened? What happened is the $400,000. $400,000. Whilst I'm telling you to say, Takwali Mpia. We were not getting any money. We were not paying our lawyers. All of a sudden, there was now this issue of $400,000 which were given. $400,000. $400,000. You know what $400,000 is? Even 400,000 kwacha. It's a lot of money. 400,000 kwacha. It's a lot of money. But we are talking about dollars. $400,000. Esho BaEsther babudile bapela nisi wawudia. Aya afisa munanikane mudia muchilenje. And what happened? Because you remember there were times when they were busy searching. So BaEsther badi that maybe they can come and search us. Efo babudile ndaramashire bapela udia niswabo. So that aya afisa kuchilenje. BaEsther Lungu baula $400,000 bapera nisi, and that niece of course is a niece to Balungu, is a niece kuli Balungu, but anyway bamupela ayana shindala mashira kuna nikane kuchile nje. It was to hide the money, ala mule mwena ko ndelanda mule chalo nakola alanda mukose mwamwe mkwe sponsor ti nankane mule munati ninsekeramu tien yuko naka inde ichile mana we ndefo ida salary ilata ufota uifola idea. Start sending that money to me. We have got an agenda here, you need to go through, but I want to be here so that I can be offering checks and balances. Checks and balances. Anyway, 400,000 ya kuchilenje. Kuda kuchilenje kuja. Ulia gero ulia. Alefua yo mwana. Alefua no mwaume. Alefua mwaume. Alefua mwana. Eno mwadishu indalama. You know, having money. Money has got a demon. Money has got a spirit. You can't have 400,000 in your house and you walk freely. Indala mashari shupa. Money has got a demon. It has got a spirit. When that girl was given 400,000, she couldn't keep quiet. She was all over. She was walking like she's walking on fire. She was working Kuliwa Lungu as a cook. But each time she was going, you know, the body is itching. She had to confide in some people. She told people, I'm keeping money here. I'm keeping money. Oh, how much? Nizambiri. I don't think she even knew it was 400,000. Because it was money in the ukwa bag. In a ukwa bag. 400p. Ukwa bag. Muchirenge mtuandi. And who did that? Who gave that money? BaEsther. You are talking about no widow. BaEsther bampelindala mukwa bag 400p bampe. Shambo kumwabendala munkashana. Shiremu baba uyu achita confide muliwa. Awasa confide muliwa mayo wamala balicha. Basa na create ka relationship. Uniziva ile. Ine bajavandani bandani. So we are related. Iwe na ine ni pashibale mdala. Kai munifwan na umfat muyama dollars mungando. Who can refuse that you are not relatives? She created a relationship. They were related. No, we are related. Wangu gero ambalo kan ine batimuzi ba anti ine ni mafuna mwamuna nifunako na mwana. Iwe ningakutandize hiyo. Palipe vuto. Niza kupasa mankwara. Efu wambilo kumpela mankwara ayo. Meanwhile, but ndarama za mene hizo. Bweresa tizuone. That's how the girl brought the money. Basenda kuchisarakuta. Because it was a lot. And these are simple people. Basenda kuchisarakuta. Kwa? Bayana chuma mali. Na meno kochaya lila. Bamusana organize gero. Iwe ukuli mndalama kuja mgeo zuri. Wafu na mwamuna. Endako. Umukazi na ena fast kwa amufua gero. Amufua gero chawa chupo. Minwa unyama dollars mungani. Umukazi na ena ambo kufolo kotapu. Ashita muna BMW. Kwa ama nokula iwe muliama dollars itisalakuta. You don't even know how much it is. Even if a girl is ugly. I'm not saying the girl is ugly. But even if the girl is ugly, even if the girl doesn't know how to do it like mwaka. Mdala nangu fieta kuchaja. Waloresha muli huko baginda na manashishura. Kuti wakano kuchaja tigero alefua yo mwaume. Mugaiza chaja. Kwa ahambo kuchaya papa. One time nefumolia ingira. Mama hewa isa you see? Sinakuza tinza kupasa mwana iwe. Sinakuza tinza kupasa mankwala. Si uyu mwamuna oneka. Waona mankwala yanga asebe. Yasiwenza. Tetu gwiramo madola kwa bagwiramo. Bashita muna nganda, bashita muna kanta, bashita muna shanshani huko. The woman got that money as payment for getting this woman a man. Getting a man. And the guy also was there. He knew the drill. He was also helping himself with that money. Eh? You know, she's excited with a child. First, I think she was pregnant. She was busy, you know, nursing the pregnancy. The guy was just busy helping himself kuma dollars. Akaenda zinguluka bwela, agwira mamuli chiukwa bag. Akazinguluka, agwira mamuli chiukwa bag. Bazimana bebe kuja akazinguluka, iwe bwanji mimba, ili bwanji. Bwina. Bagwira mamuli nchancha. If we have paid $400 if we have paid $400 umwana afyalwa bese bekatewa udagero wese kate mchi hukwa bagi mwakamba leti tamuli amafu asanga tamuli amafu kai bagayi balesendamu ba anti balesanga baisa mkuchino omwana nabo basendamu. That's how the 400 pin finished. So when the 400 pin finished, the girl was now worried. Now what am I going to do? Balungu ba Esther bena bale pangawati ndalama na fisa. But that's how the niece now came back to say, ndalama zinasoba bwanji ati kuli ba mankwala banazitenga na mankwala. But tapane fa kwa mankwala it's the guy that was involved. It is this woman they were helping themselves. BaEsther iwe. Wangatenga ndalama zonse zijauzi ndalama zazinali zingati. Siniziva 400 pin. Bali kuti wamene yawo. That is how, instead of going to the police, listen very well. Instead of going to the police, BaEsther Lungu took the police officers that were manning their residence. Those police officers that were assigned to man Edgar Lungu's house. She took them. They went now to follow this woman. They followed this woman. And now, and she found the lady, nothing up what Chabezingon, and then Pasako Chabezingon. Namsakira Mwana. No. Tien. That's how they picked those people. They picked them together with the niece, they picked them and put them in the cells. Instead of BaEsther Lungu, because you need to understand this. I must tell you the truth. Whether you insult me, whether you say, I'm telling you the truth. Instead of BaEsther Lungu going to court, going to police, to go and report that my 400 pin has been stolen, she couldn't. Because the first question is, where did the 400 pin even come from? Where did the 400 pin come from? Yeah? Where did the 400 pin come from? Where did he sample? And BaEsther Lungu, she was scared to go to police and report a 400 pin. Because, wakapokola semi wanafuza manje imwe, zandarama zamene zachoka kuti. So she was scared for those questions. So instead of reporting it to the police, she uses the police officers that were at their home. And they got those people and detained them at different police stations. Now, if you ask me, was that right? I ask you, don't say, who are busy insulting, hey, you are mad, hey, whatever. I'm asking you, is what BaEsther Lungu did right? Is what BaEsther Lungu did, what she did, was it right? She goes and hides money. They squander that money. The people that she gave that money, they squander the money. After they squander the money, they tell her, no, the money has mysteriously gotten lost. BaEsther Lungu, instead of going and report to the police, she goes. She uses the police officers that were assigned to protect them, to go and do this errand. Now, let me tell you. You can have a friend, a police officer. You can have a friend, a police officer. You can have a friend, who is a police officer. But you cannot, he cannot come to your house. He has come visiting you. And then you know that there's somebody who owes you money. You can't use this friend of yours, a police officer, to go and arrest that person without reporting it officially. No. It must be reported officially, enters in the whole book, in the OB book. In an emergency, yes, there can be certain times when it is an emergency. If it is an emergency and the police officer is there, he will apprehend the suspect, but then it must be reported officially. Otherwise, if these police officers or this police officer does not report this case officially at the inquiries of any police station, it is criminal. It is criminal. So these people, to get those people and detain them without an official complaint, it was criminal. It was criminal. This is what BaEsther Lungu is charged of. So don't be cheated to say, no, BaEsther Lungu, Edgar Lungu, Hakainde Ichilema. I am telling you because I am unveiling to you the truth. I'm unveiling to you the truth so that Makebi Zulu can stop lying. So that you people who are closed up, whatever your faces are being cheated, I want you to know the truth. I want you to know the truth because you are busy now accusing, Hakainde Ichilema, Hakainde Ichilema, Hakainde Ichilema. Tell me, in this case that I'm explaining to you, where does Hakainde Ichilema come in? Where does Hakainde Ichilema come in? Where does UPND come in? Where does political persecution come in? Political persecution come in? Where? Where does it come in? Let's be real. Let's be objective. Where does politics come in here? BaEsther Lungu, Bapelomu gives money to Eunice. Go and hide this money because deck might be coming. Deck or whatever might be coming. So go and hide this money. She takes that money. That money is squandered by people around there. BaEsther Lungu learns of it. She gets the police officers who are supposed to be their own job of those police officers who are either money these VIPs. They call them VIPs. The only job the VIPs have is to open the gate and make sure protect the premises. That's all. That is their job. That is their job. Not to go and arrest people there. No. No, not to go and run errands for BaEsther Lungu. No. But BaEsther Lungu used these people, police, detained these people. And you know, where was the interrogation place? After where they detained them, they were bringing them home. To interrogate, they were interrogating them at home. And that is where they revealed to say, out of the money that we got, I bought a canter, I bought a Ranex, I bought a house. And BaEsther Lungu insisted that she wanted those things. She lost her money. She wants the canter. She wants the Ranex. She wants the house. So those people, they were detained and they were being interrogated. Munyomba, muli BaEsther Lungu kuja ku Ibex. That's where they were being arrested. They were being interviewed. Is Edgar Lungu involved? No. Edgar Lungu is not involved. Edgar Lungu is not involved. And at the end of the day, those people, they gave in under duress. They gave in under duress because they were being detained. They were being threatened and all. And at the end of the day, that's how those women, that woman, together with her daughter, they gave the Ranex, they gave the canter, they gave the title deeds of a house here Muchilenje. And I don't know the value of that house. It might not even be $200,000 or 200,000 kwacha. It might not be. It might not be. Basically, it might not even be $10,000. It is just a poor house. It is just a poor house of a small value. A Ranex, how much is a Ranex? 50,000 kwacha, or if you want, in terms of dollars, $2,000. A vehicle, $2,000. A canter, how much is a canter? At most $3,000. So basically, in terms of recovery, BaEsther Lungu was recovering just about $15,000 out of $400,000. Out of $400,000. Because all the money was blown. It was blown. And now, those people gave those things and they even made them to sign. But tell me, can you say that these people signed those documents out of their own free will? Eh? After being detained illegally, being interrogated or being tortured psychologically in the house, in this big house, do you think those people signed those things out of free will? Do you think they were happy to give up those things? They were not happy. They were not happy. And they pleaded. They pleaded with BaEsther Lungu to say, please, tipase vintu. And BaEsther Lungu refused. Hard-hearted. Hard-hearted. She refused. Even you, where you are. Yeah? Can you behave like that? A former first lady, can you behave like that? You go and grab Karanex. You go and grab Chikanta. You go and grab a house. Eh? Muchilenje. And you say, no, 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 no. No, come on. Come on. Come on. Be real. Be real. Be real. And I got this story, as I'm telling you, it's just what it is. It's not a lie. It's what it is. And when Wakapokola told me and ran me through all these things, I was like, I don't support this. I told them, I don't support this. I told them, I don't support this. And they said, yeah, we know you are reasonable. And they started talking to say, no, this is why I told my friends to say, you know, because before they brought me in, they said, I mean, call Tayari and explain this to him. If you explain, he will stop. Because me, I was busy. Hammering on it. HH dictator. I was busy hammering him. Then I cannot 20 hours. Dictator. HH is harassing is Edgar. So the police told me, they called me, there is nothing like Edgar Haka in the HNMI here. The story is this. The complainant is here. And the police told me that they pleaded with BaEsther Lungu. They pleaded to say, please, you are a prominent person. You are a former first lady. This thing will bring problems. Just give them these things. We forget. BaEsther Lungu banakana. No, sending a pass. I mean, 400,000 former first lady. And look at what we are talking about. Do you really think that is reasonable? Do you really think such a person is a good person? Eh? Do you really think Nangukuchuna? Because even my mother, who is poor, eh? So but for her, she was not. No, I'm not going to give them. I'm not going to give them. Bakapokola pleaded. At the end of the day now, Kwama called out. Boresani Vintu, no. Boresani Vintu, they were not taking. That is how the police now came there. So that they can grab those things. Because BaEsther was refusing. After a number of attempts, after reasoning with her, she was adamant. She was adamant. Adamant for what? A Ranex, a canter, a house in a compound. She was adamant. This is why, this is the adamance you are seeing, even on this funeral. That's how she is, that woman. That's how she is. Don't be cheated. I'm saying this because there are a lot of people who are looking at this. And they are looking at our government. They are looking at Hakainde Hichilema to say, Hakainde Hichilema is a bad man. I know their presidents, what Kavingere said is true. There are presidents that pleaded with that were pleading with Hakainde Hichilema. How can Hakainde Hichilema just write off this case? How? How can Hakainde Hichilema just write it off? How? There are complainants who are there complaining to say, they got our things. They got our things. And they tried to reason with BaEsther. They tried to reason with BaEsther. Not one day, a number of days. But she was adamant. And even me, BaEsther Lungu, I went back there. After the police told me whatever, I went back. I told them, what the police are saying, this case doesn't look good. I told them. I told BaEsther, this case doesn't look good. In the house, I told her, this case doesn't look good. For me, I think that it's better you negotiate with these people. Immediately she was like, no, Santarama, how can I, whatever. I looked at her, I was like, this woman. I was like, this woman, sure. But me, I advised. I said, no. I advised, it's better you give them back these things. No. BaEsther. And Lungu just used to sit there. I'm telling you, he just used to sit there. He just used to sit there. But I could see that Lungu saw sense in what I was saying. But BaEsther, no. And from that time, she stood up. She even went upstairs. That was the last time I spoke to her. I used to talk to her. That was the last time I spoke to her. That was the last time. It's like naka hatred kalisa ingila. But me, my conscience is clear. Because I told her. Many people told her. Many people tried to reason with her. Just give them back. No, because even if Wamukuni Wangenam and whatever. Of course. I mean, those people, they also had to go to people that they know. They went to people that they know. They went to people that they know. I think they are related to Chief Mukuni. And Chief Mukuni told them to say, he gave them advice to say, go to the police. I think Chief Mukuni is the one who advised them to say, go to the police. What they did is wrong. They took advantage of you. Go. But surely, mumwe bantu. Iyo 400 pin BaEsther, baifumishe kuisa. Abantu, they take that money. Was it right for her to act in the manner that she did? Was it right? And at the end of the day now, we have that case in court. I have explained this and I'm telling you this because I want you to see where is Hakainde Hichilema coming in. Where? Where is Hakainde Hichilema coming in? I will open phone lines. You tell me where Hakainde Hichilema is coming in. Where is Hakainde Hichilema coming in? Where is the UPND? Where is the government coming in? Where? Because even those police officers, they tried to reason with her for a number of days. Just give these people their things. She refused. She refused. Now today, you want to turn around to say, no, we can't go and bury BaEsther Lungu in Zambia. Why? Because Hakainde Hichilema is a dictator. Hakainde Hichilema is going to arrest us. And other countries, other presidents from other countries are now even phoning people to say, please, release them. Let the cases go. Surely, even you presidents in your countries, what would you do? What would you do? Because these people went and complained to the police. And they are justified in a way. This woman said, I gave her Mankwala so that she can have a man. She wanted a man. And here is a man. She wanted a child. And here is a child. I delivered. I delivered. And I was paid. I was paid. What is wrong with that? What is wrong in that? Even if I have got this tea, this cup of tea, and I come to you, I say, my cup of tea is $10,000. This cup costs less than $20. But if I say, no, this cup is costing $10,000, and you buy it, have I stolen money from you? Have I stolen money from you? Have I stolen money from you? I haven't. I haven't stolen money from you. I haven't stolen money from you. So really, but the stubbornness of BaEsther Lungu, the hard-heartedness of BaEsther Lungu is what brought Balaba Kapokola Palapanganda. And they refused to open the gate. They refused to open the gate. So Wakapokola, by the time they were coming, they had seen the arrogance of BaEsther Lungu. I can tell you most of the police officers who have dealt with BaEsther Lungu, they complain. They complain. They were never complaining about Edgar Lungu. They were never complaining. They were complaining about BaEsther Lungu. BaEsther Lungu is a problem. BaEsther Lungu is a problem. BaEsther Lungu is a problem. So, they never complained about Lungu. They were always complaining about BaEsther Lungu. And Edgar Lungu was just keeping quiet. He used to be there, but he was just keeping quiet. He used to be there, but he was just keeping quiet. So now today, when this woman who I saw act in this manner, tell me, this woman who I saw act in this manner, when she's coming out and saying, no, Edgar Lungu said that he doesn't want HH to come to see his body. You think I can believe her? You think I can believe her? You tell me, you think I can believe her? This woman I saw in this kind of action, when she's coming up and saying, no, he said this, whatever, do you think I can believe her? Do you think I can believe her? No. She's just manipulating this man in his death as he was manipulating him when he was alive. That is my conclusion. That is my conclusion. She is just manipulating this man the way she used to manipulate him when he was alive. So this is not about, no, whatever. It is about this. I'm opening phone lines. I won't touch other issues. I've spoken a lot. I'm going to open phone lines based on this so that you can call in and ask whatever clarification. What I've said here is nothing the truth. It is not something that I heard. It is something that I walked through. Something that I walked through. That woman, no. Me, I refuse. I refuse. And I'm refusing based on this experience. Because even me, I told her, give these people their things so that this thing can go away. This case doesn't look good. But no, she refused. She refused. And poor Lungu couldn't say anything. And these things are coming out because, I mean, don't blame me to say, Dad, you cannot be saying these things. No, it has reached at this point because you want to emphasize that Hakainde Hichilema is a dictator. Hakainde Hichilema was persecuting Edgar Lungu. But these are some of the issues. These are some of the issues. These are some of the issues. Edgar Lungu, before he came back into politics, he was being allowed to fly out. He went to South Africa. He went to Korea. At least I know of these trips. I know them. I know about them. And government facilitated. It is when he came back into politics. And he came back into politics because the wife was pushing. No, go in. Eh? But now you want to stand around, even if Hakainde Hichilema, even if Hakainde Hichilema has caused me to be in exile. Yes, has caused me to be in exile. It is because Hakainde Hichilema was after me that I'm here. But surely, I cannot continue, lying against Hakainde Hichilema. And this is me. Even when Edgar Lungu was president, when Hakainde Hichilema was arrested, because some of you are saying, no, you are doing this because you want to win favors from Hakainde Hichilema, because you want to go back to Zambia. When Hakainde Hichilema was just in opposition, Hakainde Hichilema was in opposition. He was arrested on that traffic offense. And they said treason. I said no. What favors did I want from Hakainde Hichilema? Because you like to do this. You are doing this, you are doing this. That time, when I defended Hakainde Hichilema, he was not even president. Me, I'm just a fair guy. I fight for justice. If something is wrong, it is wrong. If something is wrong, is wrong. Where I have to defend you, where your rights are violated, I will defend you. I will defend you. But where somebody from nowhere is being accused of having killed, because when Edgar Lungu died, they wanted, no, Hakainde Hichilema has killed him. He has poisoned him. If I had not come in and thwarted that propaganda, they would have run with that. But no, it is about their case. It is about this case here, Ramex. This is the case that BaEsther is scared of. Not even these cases, Yama, whatever. No, it's this case that she's scared of. But this case, and she was arrested for this case, by the way. You remember? She was arrested. Why did they put her muscles? Why did the police put her muscles? Why they put her muscles? It's because of her stubbornness. It is because of her stubbornness. It is not because they wanted to fix Edgar Lungu. No. It is because of her stubbornness. That's why the police wanted to show her, to say, you are no longer first lady. You are no longer in power. That's why they put her muscles. That's why they put her muscles. It is not because Hakainde Hichilema wanted her muscles. No. Hello? Hello?
Mr. Tayari, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Thank you. Of recent to the narration that you're giving us, and indeed, we now have a clear view of what was happening up to where things are standing right now. I just want to comment to say I've seen a lot of narration from PF pages. It seems PF has paid a lot of more pages where everyone just comes up and starts attacking the president. Example is this woman, she blocked me at the chair of the voice, whatever. That woman is running a page based on propaganda. This time around, they're saying, no, the president is the one who killed Mr. Lungu and is forcing himself to see the body because he wants to use the rituals. She always put some images there and we follow up. These are the people that are trying to mislead the nation. They are benefiting from somewhere and they want to, to make everyone, to make the whole situation look like the president is involved when he actually did nothing. It's more like a small group of people. They are even on TikTok. They join together trying to get the president, trying to paint the president black. And truly from what you said here, everyone can see where everything is coming from. The church has never put his hand in these matters, but these chaps are very busy accusing him. I just want to thank you. You are a real politician because you analyze it the way they are. And you are just telling the truth. At least hooligans, they don't like the truth. When you say the truth, they burn you. They want to run a governance of lies where they have to bring up a story in order for them to win sympathy. This is what I've seen about PF. They can bring a narration so that everyone can believe in them based on lies. And politics doesn't go like that.
Anyway, listen, my brother. Listen, my brother. You see, yes. Propaganda is propaganda, and these people will not stop. They will keep running this propaganda. It's up to you, the UPND, to find ways and means of countering that propaganda. Actually, the problem that you have, even you, the UPND, is that you are also not people that appreciate. Because, I come out, I just tell the truth. But if I speak against you, you come also. Hey, Tayari, what? So anyway, me, I don't care. Like I told you, I don't care about PF. I don't care about UPND. But you are even lucky on this issue. Because if I had not stepped in, they would have put this death on Hakainde Hichilema. But it's because I've been coming in. And that is how I have helped you big time. But tamutasha no kutasha no UPND. Anyway, bye. Tamutasha wa UPND. Tamutasha. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
What?
You are live. Go ahead.
Hello, Dr.
Yes, we can hear you. Bueno.
Yo, mukamba na tuta galimbo.
Kambani boss.
Kuchawama.
Kubora by election.
Mukamba ni vamini so sikuru cha mini kindapa chazi. Tankani haya mali kwa imani wa yaba yali mkila. Leo futi na yamene wenzo kamba wakavindele.
tinaiverenga ndo pamene vafuna macases awo aja vachite drop ndo pamene vakaleta muviri.
Yeah. No, zikomo.
So
hello. Yes.
Hello.
Move away from the other phone. Move away from the other phone. Move away from the other phone. I can't hear you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Shimundi.
Yes, please. Good evening.
Yeah, Shimundi, yeah. Good evening, how are you?
Fine, good.
I've been following you, and this is the first time I'm having a chance of getting connected to you.
Okay.
You know what? I'll be very honest with you. What you've been saying makes a lot of sense, especially to some of us who have been following, because we don't understand what's going on. But from what you have explained, it's really making sense. So it's good. Anyway, keep it up.
Thank you. I'm just giving it as it is. Hello?
Mr. President, good evening.
Good evening.
I don't know whether I can say something. I can join in.
Please go ahead. You are actually live. So please go ahead.
Just Mr. President, slight history. If you remember during the Trigon case, the people were sent to bargain between the state then and the current president, such as the Obasanjo and Right Honorable Scotland, were being told off to say, leave Zambia is a sovereign state. And they left. Now, how do we tolerate these accomplices to the spouse being harbored somewhere to come and intervene in the affairs of a sovereign state? This shouldn't be tolerated. The president does not own any property. The property is for the people of Zambia. The president has no power to say, let this case be dropped. No. There is what we call separation of powers in governance. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you. And you see, this is the point. You know, people think that a president can just wake up and instruct the police or the DPP or any judge to say, drop that case. They can't. He can't do it. He can't just wake up and say, drop that case. He cannot do it. Hello?
Yes, vatayari mchabe bwino.
Bwino muli bwanji naime.
Tiri chabe bwino mkamba na wamureya from Dondomwezi.
Tieni kambani vamuleya.
So otherwise vatayari iyo issue chabe bwino mwemwe chitira nareti. So avo vantu vamafuna che kukamba vintu vesi sivachita chani sivaziva vantu. Otherwise mwemwe akambira so apa pa media apa vantu vase kukako venango, because venango vamakambiramo chabe kuribe veyaziva saziva kona viri vonse angochita che defend vana mayo vaja. Ero apa munhu akambati last time vachite arrest zona, that's why vana vachite arrest vavhota vakazi vacha vavarangiza uku chitaniso sivambirana advice. So kufunika vakazimvira maadvice. That's why kuja ndiye vevarengeza kuti na muviri uchedo kubwera.
Nive BaEsther Lungu ndiye va problem hapa. You know, I'm not even beating about the bush. Whoever wants to hate me. This problem is caused by BaEsther Lungu na Makebi Zulu, because I'll come back for Makebi Zulu. Today I've narrated about BaEsther. The next time I'll talk about Makebi Zulu. Yeah. Today I've spoken about BaEsther. The next time I'm coming, I'm going to talk about Makebi Zulu. Who is Makebi Zulu? How has he contributed to this? How has he contributed? I'll come and I'll talk about Makebi Zulu next. I'll come and talk about Makebi Zulu. I mean, people need to be told. Someone has to tell people the truth. Someone has to tell people the truth. If we keep hiding, no. BaEsther, she's a problem. No, widow, Quisa. That woman, she's hard-hearted. That's why the police arrested her. That's why the police put her in IBEX. It is because she was so hard-hearted, so uncompromising, so unreasonable. And the police, they said, come on, this is nonsense. That's why they put her there. It was not about Edgar Lungu. This story I've narrated to you. Edgar Lungu doesn't come anywhere. He doesn't. He doesn't come anywhere. So there is nothing like the police wanted to fix Edgar Lungu. It is because of the stubbornness of BaEsther. That's why she was arrested. And even now, whatever is going on, it is not about what Edgar Lungu said. It is about this woman. Hate me if you like. Who cares? After all, now Mutsana withdraw to Ndalama Twain. Yeah, who cares? Nale mishamo, no mbaba, mubepere, na akura mipua, nde mipua. Allah. Anyway, I think let me just leave it there. Nalanda Sana, you can digest what I've spoken about. Tonight I've spoken about BaEsther Lungu. Next, I'm talking about Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu has been a problem. On a number of cases, I have Edgar Lungu and the family. Makebi Zulu has exacerbated the situation. Yawa Lungu. Makebi Zulu. Bye for now. Good night.